What is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and today is the first day of winter. And while a lot of people, when they come to New York City or Manhattan, they prefer to stay and hang out around Midtown Manhattan, me, in my opinion, I prefer to hang out more in Lower Manhattan. Why? Because I feel like it's much more chiller than Midtown, and there's a lot of things to do. The architecture is beautiful, really cool vibes. I'm gonna walk around some of my favorite spots and show you what's happening around down here. So without further ado, join me. Lower Manhattan is home to some of the most important buildings in New York City, including the City Hall, Wall Street, and New York City Stock Exchange. But also they got a couple of tourist attractions, and now we're in the middle of winter. And I'm gonna show you there are some areas where they got a Christmas tree without the crowds that you get in Rockefeller Center. But right now I'm in Broadway, and you can see what I'm talking about. Beautiful architecture. Then we got like a little local park over here that I'm gonna show you. But due to the fact that it's winter, the fountain in this park is not working, but I wanna show you what's happening. And then on the other side is the Brooklyn Bridge. So this is like a little local plaza over here, in the City Hall is right in the back. You can see this is the fountain that usually would turn on in a good time. It is surrounded by some really tall skyscrapers. And another pretty cool thing about Lower Manhattan is the streets are pretty tight compared to the one in Midtown. So in some parts it kind of resembles like if you're in Boston or some other type of city. But yeah, I'm gonna walk forward and show you what else is happening. So here you can see this is actually Broadway, and even though you see people compared to Midtown, if you would be in Midtown, this would be crowded with people. I work in Midtown, I gotta deal with it every time, but over here it's just like much more control than Midtown. Then behind me is the tallest building in the United States of America, the Freedom Tower, where the World Trade Center is and where the Twin Towers used to be. But I'm gonna show you another street that if you go Fulton Street, that could be like an Instagram haven where you could get like the buildings lining up with a tall building. But yep, pretty massive building all the way up, and they have an observation deck. But I'm gonna merge into some of the regular streets here to show you what's happening, and then we'll show you over that side. Then another interesting thing about New York is that you see steams all over the city. I think it helps out with the heat and the water pipe all throughout the city. So if you see it all over, that's what it is about, you know, and it's like an icon right here in the city. But I'm gonna start merging into some of the regular streets. I'm probably gonna go to the Seaport District, which is a really nice district in the Lower Manhattan. And they got like a beautiful view. They got waterfront right there. And a lot of cool things happening. Here, this is shut down, and I think this is where the garage collapsed, like I think almost a year ago, like a couple of months ago. So yeah, it's still shut down. But then over here, you're gonna have an idea what I'm talking about in terms of the streets, how they are pretty tight. This over here is Nassau Street. But if I walk forward, you're gonna see how beautiful the architecture is. So we're gonna merge over here and show you what's happening. I gotta tell you, the architecture is really beautiful. Just look at this, wow. Then the building in the corner is nice too. And if you make it all the way to Fulton Street, that's where you're gonna get like the Instagram shot right there with the view of the Freedom Tower. I'm here walking a little forward, and I'll show you the view that's right here. And there you got it, it's the Freedom Tower over that way. For some reason, I don't know, it doesn't show, it's pretty clear in the camera. Then over here's another icon, Joe's Pizza, but you got them all over New York City. But this is not an exception, it's always crowded. But if you go to the one in Times Square, the lines are like super ridiculous. So, but I think there's tons of pizzeria around New York City that are probably even better at Joe's Pizza. So you just gotta know which location to go. I'm walking around Fulton Street, and there's a lot of restaurants happening around, but I'm gonna walk it all the way to the end, and that's where there's gonna be another hidden gem, the Seaport District. In the nighttime is even nicer, especially if you come in the summertime. There's like a lot happening over there. But I'm gonna show you what the district is all about. I'm not sure if you can see, but this is what I'm telling you. You can stand here, you see the buildings, and then lines up with the Freedom Tower at the end. So this is like a hidden gem of the Instagram shot right here. And then even over here, you see the classic old Art Deco building combined with the modern architecture. Like I said, I gotta go all the way to the end so you can check out Seaport District. And later we're gonna merge into some of the streets to my right, where you're gonna see some pretty interesting looking architecture and like the monocles. It's like a building pretty flat, and it's surrounded like with a couple of other buildings, like if you look all the way up to the sky. So now ahead of me is the Seaport District. And like I say, since it's the daytime in winter, it's not busy, but it's pretty good to look around. So I'm gonna show you what's happening ahead. So I made it here to the Seaport District, and one thing that's really cool is that this past summer was This past summer was the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And you guys know hip hop, the birthplace of hip hop is here in New York City. So last summer they were doing like activities and stuff. And they hosted like a party over here, like a block party. And over here they got pictures of hip hop icons like LL Cool J. And it's a Slick Rick. And you know, a photographer, she took all these pictures right here. So they have an exhibition around here. And hip hop is being, whoa, look at the steam. Hip hop is being part of my life. You know, I grew up listening to hip hop, and it's an honor for me to be in this city where it came from. But yeah, you can see all the beautiful pictures. So this is a nice exhibition to have here in the beginning of the Seaport District, with the beautiful architecture right here. And the waterfront is right there. You can see downtown Brooklyn, but the pictures, they keep going. So I'm not sure they're gonna keep it here for a while or not, but if you happen to be around, you should definitely check it out. It's pretty cool. And the architecture here is pretty nice. It kind of feels like a European vibe, you know, how they maintain it right here in the middle of downtown. Something that you don't see in Midtown, but it's just, you know, unique right here. So I think this is new. I think they renovated this and they opened like a plaza over here, like an open space. So you see the modern architecture over here, the old ones. And they got the FDR highway. And downtown Brooklyn is in the back. And the pier is that way. That's where you could take one of my favorite ways of commuting in the city, the New York City ferry, which for $4 you can get to different lines around the city, different boroughs. And I think it's worth it, like the views. And I'm sure over here you can see a piece of the Brooklyn Bridge, which is pretty nice. So you can see it's pretty sunny, but it's not warm, it's not hot, it's actually cold outside. But yeah, let's start making it to other sides. Let's start making it to the other side of Lower Manhattan to show you what else is happening. So I got an enemy with me right now. And it is, you know, I said it before, it gets dark early. So I probably got like 40 minutes of daytime. But I'm trying to do the best to show you everything. And I'm probably gonna wrap up the video by Battery Park. I think that would be like a perfect area to capture the sunset. Crazy at 4:30. It gets dark, but that's how it is over here. So I'm gonna walk ahead and merge into some of the regular streets over here to show you what else is going on, and you're gonna love the architecture. And here you can see this interesting concept, like pretty tall, modern buildings combined with the old buildings, and it ends up like in tight streets. So I think I'm doing a block to my left, and then I'm gonna merge into another street to show you what is going on. And over here you can see what I'm talking about. Compared to Midtown, you can see pretty quiet, you know, because I think it's mostly like the financial district. So you don't see like really much tourists, you know, flocking around or people like literally in your way. And it's like you got the whole city to yourself. But there are some regions where it gets a little bit busy, but this one over here is one of my favorite parts of New York City. So over here we got another little plaza, and I'm literally surrounded by beautiful architecture. And the thing about it is the buildings are so tall, even though the streets are tiny. And of course they got the famous New York City steam. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm always fascinated by this theme over here. But we're gonna merge into this area over here, and then it's like a mix of modern architecture with the old architecture. I go in the street and you just gotta look up to see how tall the buildings look over here. It's a beautiful structural building right here in the corner. And then this is a modern building right here. So, you know, it's all combined together. It's one of the reasons why I love the lower district over Midtown Manhattan, because I think it's pretty unique. Probably one of the most touristy areas of lower Manhattan with this Wall Street right here. You can see the floor. Supposedly, I think it was made out of wooding in the bottom. And then over here, they're renovating some of this buildings over here. The New York City Stock Exchange is over here. And I'm gonna make it to my left. And while a lot of people, they focus on the Rockefeller Center tree, I think this one's better. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one might be a little bit taller. And the tradition over here is 100 years old. So I think it's a little bit older. The difference about Rockefeller Center is always packed, but look, over here you got a beautiful tree, just as beautiful as Rockefeller Center, and you got it all to yourself. So if you were to be walking around Rockefeller Center, you would be bumping people to people. But over here, look, I'm literally passing underneath the tree. So you got it all to yourself. You got a whole space there. You can take beautiful pictures compared to Rockefeller Center. Like you got to take turns. So where do you want to take it? You know, but over here you got it all to yourself. So time is running pretty fast and it's starting to get dark pretty fast. So kind of in a little bit rush. But now I'm gonna make it to another pretty interesting street here that is called Stone Street. And Stone Street is actually the oldest street in New York City. And some people, I think they call it like also like Little Ireland because it has like a couple of Irish pubs and stuff. And even the architecture resembles it a little bit. So I'm gonna walk towards there, and it's also located here in the lower part of Manhattan. So that's something that you don't get in Midtown. So I think it's much better. Like I said, there's a lot of rich history when you walk in this region over here in Manhattan. So let's make it over there. Meanwhile, you see, got some beautiful Art Deco happening around here. So it's like you can enjoy all the beauty that the city has to offer without the crowds. But let's make it a Stone Street so I can show you guys what's happening over there. Look at all the buildings over here, just pure beauty happening around. And if you look at here, look, pretty tall. And the thing about Stone Street is that it's pretty hidden. You know, it'll be a little bit hard to find, but you just gotta walk around here, go around this side, and that little street is over that way that I'm gonna show you guys in a bit. So if you walk around here and you don't pay attention, you probably wouldn't miss it. You would never guess that it's a beautiful street. But I'm gonna show you in a bit what is the oldest street in New York City. You keep walking over here, and Stone Street is right in this little corner. And in the summertime, it'll be packed. You'll see a lot of people having a dinner, having food, dinner. Let me see. But I think it's open right now with the cobblestones. So look, they got the lights over there, and I'll show you what's happening in a bit. This over here is called Stone Street. Also, some people, they call it like Little Ireland. You can see why. They got a couple of bars. Like I say, in the summertime, this would be full with benches and people having beers and dinner and happy hours. But look, a lot of bars over here, and they put it really nice with the colors, so it's beautiful. And then the architecture, of course, and this is the oldest street in New York City. So it's like a little hidden gem that a lot of people, they don't know about, and it's right here in the lower part of Manhattan. So yeah, but it's pretty interesting to look at the street, and it's surrounded by a lot of architecture. So now I'm gonna walk into another interesting corner that I want to show you guys, which is by the Delmonico's restaurant. And once you go over there, it's like an intersection surrounded by beautiful architecture. And like if you look above the sky, it also looks pretty interesting and beautiful. So stay tuned. You know, here you can see the high-rise building, modern building, and then this is Delmonico's right here. So if I walk a little over to my right side, you're gonna get a nice view of this beautiful structural building. This is what I'm talking about. This is Delmonico's. And another interesting thing, if you look all the way up, you get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structures of buildings over here. Like they literally top each other, then you got the intersection right here. So it's pretty cool, like the beautiful structural architecture all combined together. And it's right here in the heart of lower Manhattan. So now I'm gonna make it to another tourist attraction, which is the World Trade Center, but it's actually like a plaza that is, I'm gonna say new, but not like extremely new. But it's a pretty cool spot where you can get a nice view of the area, and I'm gonna show you guys in a bit. You know what, at this point I don't care if it gets dark, because I think it's gonna be even nice when I show you by Battery Park what's happening around. But yeah, so far you can see why I love this district a lot. I think if I walk a little forward, there's gonna be another interesting spot to show you guys what's going on. As I'm walking around the street, I wanna show you this building is over here. That you probably might miss it, but if you look at this building in the top, the architecture is pretty interesting. It's kind of like a European vibe that's happening right here. So if you look at the top, it has like all the details and stuff combined with the tall high-rise buildings. But let's make it towards World Trade Center, Ground Zero. I'll show you the touristy area. Wow, you can see the sunset at the end. And it's only 4:20, so that's crazy. Then you got the Museum of Native American right here in the corner. But we're gonna make a right now. And over here to my left, I think it's another touristy area, but I think this is literally like a trap to me. The good thing is they got like a little tree over here, but look at the massive line of people. So if you want a picture with the bull, it's better if you come early in the morning or in the nighttime and you got it to yourself, but I'll show you what's going on over here. Look at the line of people just to get a picture with this bull. So they come here and they take pictures and everything. So if you want to do it, I suggest that you come in the nighttime. In the nighttime, that's when you're not going to see the crowds that's going on. Let's make it ahead before it gets dark. Then this over here is another historic site called the Trinity Church, right by Wall Street. And Wall Street's over this way. Yeah, a lot of history happening around here. Well, let's walk forward. And as you can see, I'm surrounded nothing by beautiful old architecture. Here's a nice plaza. And in the holidays, they decorate it with a lot of nice lights. We got a high-rise building over there. So this is an easy way to shortcut. And I'm not gonna go deep in the ground zero. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the plaza, and over there you can get the nice view of what's happening around there. You can still go by where the crowd is, but I wanna show you this plaza where you can get the whole view of the World Trade Center and ground zero. I guess all over there you can get some nice pictures. So if I shortcut over this way, I'll make it there pretty easy. Then like I show you, there's tons of steams all over New York City, but this one is probably the most intense one. Over here, like all of this covered with smoke. And like I said, I don't know why, but I'm just fascinated by it. Even if it means nothing to nobody, but yeah, it's just crazy. The beauties about New York City. So here I'm making it by World Trade Center, and some of the best views you're gonna get it right here, look. Beautiful Freedom Tower, and then the plaza that I wanna show you is right here. So we're gonna go up there, we're probably gonna get the view of all of this. So little by little, they renovated this. It's been up for a couple of years, but they finished doing the final touch-up. And it's pretty nice, and in the summertime, you know, it's even amazing. And they keep developing like this skinny, tall buildings right now, so wow, it's getting cold. The thing about Lower Manhattan, since it's surrounded by the water, East River and the Hudson River, so for some reason, I don't know, it feels like cold over here, and they got like more wind over here than if you head over to the other side. So in the winter it's pretty brutal on this side, but I still enjoy it no matter what. Now this is what I'm talking about. Not just this plaza, but if you go over here, this is where you get the best view of Lower Manhattan over here. Tallest building in the United States. And if we get like a little close up over here, that's one of the original Twin Towers, ground zero over there. But look at this impressive view. And then Battery Park is over there. Where you see those buildings at the end, that's Jersey City, New Jersey. But yeah, I love this area a lot, you know. Pretty nice and a lot of space for you to walk around so you're not bumping people to people. So you got it all to yourself. But now we're just gonna make it to the other side, to Battery Park, to show you the views over there. This area over here is actually one of my favorite spots in the Lower Manhattan, which is Brookfield Place. Wow. And one thing is that I've been in New York City area for 13 years, and I never seen a cruise ship pass by. So we are in a good luck today. There's literally a cruise ship passing by. Wow. So this is the sunset at 4:30. And there's a massive cruise ship here that I want to show you guys. So this is it right here, the city of Jersey City. And there goes a cruise ship. Wow, it's actually the first time I see this. It's just awesome, and look at the sunset, wow. So that was pretty cool, but I think I'm gonna push it more, and I'm gonna head to the Oculus, which I know a lot of people know about it, but it's actually the most expensive train station in the world. And it was designed by Spanish architect Santiago Calatava. So it's always pretty beautiful, the structure of building that they have over there. So I'm gonna go over that way and wrap up the video over that side. Made it to the Oculus. And it's like a mixture of a mall with a train station. The train station will connect you with the E train, the R train, and the PATH trains in New Jersey. And it's like super, super modern and futuristic. So I'm gonna make it to the main icon to show you guys what's going on. So this is the Oculus, and technically the original color that is white, but usually in the holidays they decorate it with different color. In this case, they got the blue color, but yeah, I guess it's the most expensive train station in the whole world, and it's like a mixture of a mall with a train station. And you can do a couple of connections over here, so always impressed with this beautiful modern futuristic architecture designed by the Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava. So pretty beautiful. This is the outside of the Oculus right here. And like I said, it's a really beautiful modern structure, but it brings like a lot of nostalgic, you know, with what happened before. But I'm gonna wrap up the video over here. I try to explore as much as I could before it get dark, showing you the lower Manhattan, also Fidi, you know, financial district. So I'm gonna wrap up the video over here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.